How are you? I've been sick for the last week. I had a fever last Monday, and then I've just had like sinus congestion pretty much ever since. But I feel mostly fine, but I still have some sinus stuff going on, so it's like it's weird. Sicknesses always last like a week for me. But that is not the point of this video. I wanted to talk about a concept that has kind of been coming to my attention because of a couple of different things, like some quotes I've seen on Pinterest and a couple books that I was reading. And that concept is just how life is fluid, more or less. Like there's constantly change, and we don't necessarily stay put in anything for any amount of time. And like things are constantly shifting and changing, and like we might say that we have certain habits or routines or rhythms, but really we're just choosing to do those things every day, and they could very easily change. I remember like the difference in my life when I went into college and went from homeschooling to going into class to, I think it was 2 days a week, and just like all the homework and everything. It was so different from the life that I had been living before, and being able to get my school done by like lunchtime and then having the entire afternoon to do whatever I wanted. And then even in the different semesters of my college experience and the different workloads that I had, and just how different my life was during each of those different seasons, and how like when I dropped out of school and started doing online school, how it changed then. And then when I stopped online school and just was mostly working, then how that changed. And it's so interesting how life is just made up of a bunch of little decisions and little things that you happen to do every day, and you feel like you have this one set existence. I don't really know how to explain it, but like you feel like you have this set of things that you do, and it creates this certain like feeling, and that is your life. And we kind of can get attached to what our life looks like in different seasons, but it can very easily change, and that's not a bad thing. Yeah, I guess that's kind of what I wanted to say. Because like with this moving to Michigan in like 2.5 weeks now? No, okay. 3 weeks from yesterday. Monday. I'm recording this on Tuesday. It's gonna go live tomorrow. Anyways, 2.5 weeks by probably when you're watching this. I'm like excited for it, not just because I want to move out, but I'm excited for all the new routines and rhythms that I'll get to establish for myself, and like the new places that I'll go grocery shopping, or the new places I can go to like hang out and do fun things, and the new people that I can meet, and just, I don't know. Like I've always said that I didn't like change, but I'm starting to realize that maybe I do. Maybe I do like discovering new things and learning new things and having new experiences, and just constantly evolving and changing and reshaping, not necessarily who I am, but like the things that I include in my life. I like cultivating an existence that I like, I guess, if that makes any sense. Like, I'm a huge Pinterest person, and I have so many ideals of things that I'm like, okay, I like this aesthetic, if you want to call it that, and I want to incorporate this into my life either now or eventually. And it's just really cool for me to keep in mind like goals of not just like achievements that I want to reach, but ways that I want my life to be, or like the kind of house that I eventually want to have, and even like more idea type things, like the mindsets I want to have and like the daily rhythms that I want to have and that kind of thing. I just really like surveying what I like and what resonates with me about things that I observe in the world, if that makes sense. I like looking at different ideas and concepts and lifestyles and things and deciding how that fits into my life and if it fits into my life and how I feel towards those things, and kind of like, I don't know, cultivating a bunch of tiny things that I like. And also just kind of the concept of things that I like now and are a big part of my life now might not be a big part of my life in a few years, and that's okay. There'll be something else that is a big part of my life, and it doesn't have to be scary to completely remake your life and leave things that were a huge part of your life. And it should be exciting to us to accept opportunities that give us the space to be able to remake our lives and really decide what we want our lives to look like. So yeah, long story short, I'm excited to move, and I'm excited for all the new things that I'll get to discover and experience back there, and I'm excited to see where my life goes from here, because up until this point, it's pretty much had the same trajectory. But with moving to Michigan, who knows where my life will be in a year? Like, who knows if I'll stay there for a few years or if I'll move somewhere else. And it's just exciting. I feel like I'm stepping into not only the next chapter of my life, but maybe even like the next section of the book of my life, if that makes sense. Because there have been many chapters in my life over even the last 10 years, but it's all felt like it's been in one section of the book of my life, if that makes sense. So yeah, I kind of feel like I'm moving on to a new section, and I'm excited to see what chapters are in that section. I just wanted to share those thoughts, and hopefully that can be an inspiration or encouragement to someone if you are feeling scared of a change or you feel like you need a change. Just be open-minded to it and be excited for the possibilities that it could bring, and realize that change isn't bad. It can be scary because you have no idea what you're doing, probably. And there's so many unknowns and so many variables, but that's the exciting part of it too, is there's so many variables, so many different ways that things could go, and who knows, maybe it'll end up being the best change that you could ever have. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you right back here next week with another video.